Okay, 20 is an interesting problem. I'll write it down for you, 20. It's a definite integral with limits, so it's minus 1 to 1. And then you get the tangent. And then you got this polynomial in the bottom, fourth degree. Now, what I do know about this integrand, I know it's continuous on the between minus 1 and 1. And how do I know that? Well, I know the tangent function goes between minus pi over 2 and pi over 2. And that certainly includes minus 1 to 1. And looking at the bottom, I'm just going to point out the discriminant on it, because if I did that, I'll look at actually u squared. So u squared minus u plus 1. And so why'd you do that? So I can use quadratic form and discriminant on it. And that would be what? It would be 1 minus 4, which is negative, so there's no real roots of that in the bottom. All right? So what I would do here is I'd look at this thing and say, this doesn't look like an easy integration problem. And certainly I could be wrong about that. It just doesn't look easy to me. So what I would recommend doing is looking at the integrand and noticing something nice about the integrand and the limits. All right? Now, what I notice about the integrand, it's an odd function. So what does that mean? Well, we're going from minus 1 to 1. And whatever this thing looks like, I'm going to point out, and again, not really quite sure what it looks like. I know it looks sort of like this over here. So whatever over here, the identical portion will be over there. And I know the sum of those two areas would be 0. One's a positive, and the other one could be negative. They're signed areas. So what I want to do is I want to show the integrand, write this down for you, is an odd function. So let's write this down, and I'll write the test for oddness down. So tan of x, and what goes on the bottom? x4 minus x squared plus 1. So what do we need to show? Well, first of all, we need to show on an interval. The interval we're talking about over here is the interval between minus 1 and 1. And what I got to show is I got to show this thing is odd. Now, what does that mean? That f of x is the opposite of f of minus x. Well, let's write that down. That's going to be minus tangent of minus x. And what do you get over here? You get minus x to the fourth power. I'll simplify this in a moment. And then you get minus x squared plus 1. What do you get in bottom? Well, you just get x4. You get minus x squared, and you get plus 1. Now, you should know that the tan is an odd function, and the tan of minus x is minus a tan of x, and minus is a positive. So we do get what we expected. This is f of x, by the way. So what have we shown? We've shown it's odd. What do we know about this over here? 0. That's it. Thank you.